We're back. We're back. Not Arsenal. I'm back with a match reaction, ladies and gentlemen. We just won the game 4-0 versus West Brom. I know it's not something to get excited about, but we haven't had a lot to be happy about lately. So I'm extremely happy about this. Let's get this game started. Let's get this going. You know what? Bukayo Saka doing his thing. Gabriel Martinelli's on the bench. He didn't even play today. Gabriel Magalhaes didn't even play today. But Pablo Mari, Aubameyang, Emil Smith-Rowe, Lacazette, 5 goals in 4 games. Kieran Tierney, the Scottish King, has shown up, bangs the goal. You know what? Kieran Tierney, clear of Chilwell. Yes, I said it. And let's get it started. Bang, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it started. Woo! Yes. Arsenal won the game 4-0. 4-0. Clean sheet, ladies and gentlemen. 4 goals. We haven't seen those kind of goals since the opening game versus Fulham. West Brom today literally laid down for us, sat down, said nothing. They kept their mouths shut. And you know what? This is my match reaction, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into the match recap. Let's talk about it. So what took place today? What took place? I'll get into it. So it was snowing. It was snowing heavy, ladies and gentlemen. It was a heavy snowing game. There was a lot of snow in the game. There was a lot of, to say the least, there was some talk that the game could have been called off due to the amount of snow that was falling. And you know what? I wouldn't have been surprised if it was called off with the amount of snow that was falling. In addition to that, there was also the situation with what was happening during the game. Everyone was talking about the amount of snow, and they felt like the game was going to get called off. But no, the game was not called off, and it was beautiful. In the opening minutes, Kieran Tierney did some magical work. But before Kieran Tierney did his magical work, Bukayo Saka came up from coming down the right. Bukayo Saka coming down the right has become an absolute monster. He came down that right flank, took a couple crosses. Aubameyang almost scored on the near post, would have put us up 1-0. But then Kieran Tierney, the Scottish King, came up and ripped his defender, ripped him again, and then cut back in, ripped him the third time to cut back in, and bent it around the keeper for the far post goal in the top corner. What a beautiful goal that was. Gave the goal 1-0. Let's go. We're excited. Now next, what happens next? The 1-2s. Emil Smith-Rowe, Lacazette, Emil Smith-Rowe, back to Saka, tapping. Booyah! I was so happy to see the one touch, the interchanging, the touches, the beautifulness of everything. We haven't seen that since Wenger Ball. It looked like Wenger Ball was back. And you know what? Ooh, I need to chill. I'm out of breath. That was beautiful. I loved it. Now go into the next half. Lacazette grabs a goal. Then Lacazette grabs another goal. And guess what? It was Kieran Tierney's assist that got him the goal too. In my opinion, let's talk about Kieran Tierney. Let's talk about Bukayo Saka. Let's talk about all these guys and the work they're putting in the squad. I absolutely love it. What they're doing, these youngsters, absolutely magical performance from these youngsters, and it was a beautiful game to watch. I loved it. 4-0 to the Arsenal. You love to see it. Lacazette was all smiles, grabbing a brace. We had 21 shots, ladies and gentlemen. Do you believe it? Can you believe it? 21 shots, 12 shots on target, 4 goals, 60% possession, 600 passing. There's nothing better than getting a big smashing of an opponent to give you guys confidence, to get you back up and running, to get you up and firing. I absolutely loved it. And you know what? This man, Mikel Arteta, deserves credit for today's performance, for turnaround in form, for his bravery and everything that he's done to show us that he's not a mug. He is not a mug. I get it. I'm going to calm down. I'm not going to go overboard. But at the same time, I'm doing a match reaction. So this is a match reaction. I'm going to react to the positive, and I'm going to react to anything that's negative. Now, let's talk about Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney is a baller. Today we've seen why he is the player he is as a left back. He is an absolute stud as a left back. You cannot debate how good of a player he is as a left back. As a left back, he has shown that he can play. He has shown that he can put in work. He has shown that he can do damage. He has shown that he is one of the best left backs in this league. And if you disagree with me, I don't know what you've been smoking. Because in my opinion, he is one of the best left backs in the league. Now, and that goal was just beautiful. He was in his element today. He was in his element, ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. He was in his element, looking beautiful, looking like $1,000,000. Now, Lacazette grabbing goals. You love to see it. You love to see it. Lacazette grabbing some goals. You love to see it. What he's doing today. Lacazette, what he did today, grab the brace. Oh my God, I was so excited to see Lacazette getting those goals. I was disappointed Aubameyang couldn't bag a goal, but who needs Aubameyang when you got Lacazette grabbing goals, left, right, center, doing his thing, left, right, center? How beautiful was that? How beautiful was that? You guys tell me what you guys thought, because to me, that was beautiful. What I was watching with Lacazette today, I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. No doubt about it. Lacazette showed today that he is back on form and that we should not take him as a mug. We should not take him as a mug. We should be very excited and happy that he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? Lacazette is a fucking man. He came up today. He came up trumps, right? And then let's go to the next image. Let's go to the next image that I got on the board here. Let's talk about Emil Smith-Rowe. Emil Smith-Rowe's creativity, since he's come into the team, we've created 67 chances. It's not all because of Emil Smith-Rowe, but there's no debating. His creativity has a lot to do with where we are as a team right now. We are in a lot better of a situation because of his creativity. And it helps when you have an actual person who's a good midfielder that's in the team. Amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm so happy. I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm so happy, right? Confidence is high with the team and the players, and you know what? This is where it should be. This is where it should be. Confidence should be high, especially after a 4-0 victory. Now let's get into it. We got our guy Natish. Natish, what's good, bro? Talk to me. How you feeling, man? How are you feeling today? You excited? You happy? Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, I think obviously it's a great win, and now that we're closing the gap with the top four, I think we can look upward, and no more people saying that we are battling relegation, which they thought was the case. I don't know why people thought that we would be ending up there, but and we have literally shut up Big Sam, who was talking a lot, like he was being linked with the Arsenal job at one point of time, that this guy will save our season. He can't even save West Brom season. So I think we have done a lot good now, and FA Cup next, continuing in the league as well. One or two small concerns, as I said at halftime as well. Aubameyang needs to get back into the goals, but overall, if the kids are performing, we didn't even use Martinelli today, and Pepe was also on the bench. If we needed them, we had two more people who could do something, and I think we have done a lot without even using our entire resources. 4-0 with this team, with Martinelli on the bench and even Pepe possibly able to play and add more quality. I think we were easily the better side, and Sam Allardyce now has to go back. Instead of talking in press conferences, he actually needs to do something with the team on the pitch. Let's see what happens. I think West Brom is getting relegated.
Yeah, 100%. Sam Allardyce, let me go full screen. Sam Allardyce, sit down, pussy hole. You're getting relegated. That guy is a piece of shit. He doesn't deserve to chat about Arsenal. That guy can go fly kick a monkey, in my opinion. But yo, enough about Sam Allardyce. Let's talk about Arsenal, bro. What do you think about the overall performance today?
Overall, I think there was only one team playing in the game. It seemed like that. I think the only moment that where they had something serious was, if you remember, in the second half when there was that offside where they scored. So that was the only moment that they actually looked in the game. Apart from that, it was all Arsenal today. And I don't think this was even a competition. Like, first half, I thought 2-0. Okay. Now, if whoever gets the next goal, it depends on that. If they get a goal, then they get back into the game, but they didn't, because that goal was ruled offside, and and nothing happened. We scored the third, and game over.
Yeah. Sahal, talk to me, bro. Talk to me about the performance. What do you think? You're muted.
Hello? Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Talk to me.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy, man. I'm happy with the performance. The only thing I got to say, Arsenal back. We're gonna win the league, Egal. We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
He's out, ladies and gentlemen. He's talking shit. Okay, no, seriously.
Bro,
Stop
come
joking
on,
around.
man.
Stop joking around.
Come on, man. He
Listen,
can't keep
listen.
I'm joking, man.
Don't say that stupid stuff. Come on.
No, we did well, man. I'm happy. We're in a winning run. We need to keep winning. The FA Cup we got next. We need to place some other players, get some rotation in, let Pepe, Willian. But one thing I'm gonna say, I was watching the Football Terrace, of course, and you said Terry was trying to say it was Arteta that kind of changed his ways. I don't think it was Arteta. I think he was kind of forced into these changes with Willian and David Luiz not leaving, but not playing, and him playing Emil Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli coming back. So this literally happened because Martinelli came back, Emil Smith Rowe starts playing, and okay, you can say he had a scourge of convictions by starting him, but it's not like he has something else, nothing else to start. So I'm not saying Arteta out, but he needs to prove now. Like he has done well three game. What I want to see is us doing well against the other teams. What if a team sits back against us? What are we gonna do then? I want to see a little bit more of a run of games where I can decide, yo, is Arteta the right manager for us? Because right now I don't think he has proven anything yet.
But Brighton wasn't the real like attacking team. They were actually sitting back against us, and we actually beat them 1-0. Even though it was only 1-0, we did beat them. But
I know, Natash, but you need to look at the entire season. One game, look, 3 games is good, but this
Sahal,
entire season, we can
you
all
just said
admit.
we're gonna win
I'm
the
not,
league. Come on, you're
no,
losing
no,
credibility,
Egal,
bro.
Egal. I'm not saying negative. I'm not being negative, but listen. Let me finish my point. This entire season, we've been terrible. You can't even ignore that. Even you, Egal, we've been terrible. If you want to be like a logical, you have to take the entire season together. We cannot take 3 games out of context. We have to bring the other games too. It's not like those games never happened. It happened, Egal. It happened. So you have to take those games in as well and say, you know what? Ateta hasn't proved himself yet. He hasn't. It's not like I'm lying. You can do better. And if we end up around that place and we win the Europa League, that's for me. That's what I want. I want us to end up around 10th and win the Europa League. That's the goal. If we can't do that, I don't think he should deserve another year. That's my personal opinion.
I think that's harsh, but whatever. Let's go to my guy, Brendan. Talk to me, bro.
I sort of agree with what he's saying, you know. If he has a January transfer window, gets a few players in and that, and he still doesn't manage to either get us in the top 4, especially now, seeing as we are literally, and it is the fact, we are literally only 6 points away. So it is still possible, right? If we can get some players in January, it could happen, but I don't see it happening. I see us finishing around about 8th, 9th, maybe even 10th. I do think that 3 games is just 3 games, really. Three very average teams, as I told all the Chelsea fans. Chelsea are bang average right now. And, you know, we can't really get too gassed off of that. At the end of the day, we need to put more of a run together, and then maybe we can start thinking about top 4 or Europa League. But personally, I can't see, if we do get past Benfica in Europa League, I think we'll get a tough draw. I don't think we're capable of beating Spurs or Manchester United in that. So Europa League is, it's dead for me. So top 4, and like I said before, the only way Arteta is going to change my mind is if he gets us in the top 4 or if he gets us Europa League. Either or for me, but he should be doing that with this squad and a couple of extra additions as well.
Okay. Now, before we move on to the next thing, let's just show some appreciation to the man, Kieran Tierney. What did you guys think about Kieran Tierney's performance today? Because to me, the man was an absolute stud today. He performed at a high level, and I was really happy about that. What do you guys think?
Excellent.
He was brilliant, man. Brilliant. He's been one of our best players, and I think fans and opposition fans are just hating on him because he's so good. And he's been playing left centre back, which is not his position. As a left back, he's one of the best in the league. It's not even a question. And honestly, he should have the captaincy. He's not the future cap. He should have the captaincy right now over Aubameyang. I'm not even hating on Aubameyang. He should have it. It's not even a question.
Okay. Nitish, you've been quiet for a bit. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, see, there is no doubt about Tierney, and like he is one of our best defenders, and in the absence of Gabriel, I think he is the best defender we have, and I don't think anyone would argue with that. Yeah.
1 second. I just gotta bring this guy. Melvin.
How you doing?
Talk to us,
Let's talk
bro.
that
Tell
way.
us what you think about the game.
Well, for the first time, kid, I think we actually, though we got goals and we won and everything else, fantastic, but people forget the football we played. From the back to the middle to the front, they were chasing shadows over snow, West Brom. Moved it very quickly. And what made a change for it was that every time an Arsenal player got the ball, he had options. He didn't stand there thinking, I've got no one to give it to. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give it back to the centre half, or I'll give it to the goalkeeper. We actually managed to play a game that every Arsenal player had someone to give a ball to, which was fantastic. What a change. It was so enjoyable, relaxing.
How much of that do you reckon is down to the fact that Emil Smith-Rowe's now starting in number 10 role?
Big reason. Big reason. He gets the ball moving from the midfield to the attack. You know, he's got one thing on his mind. What's the best way, quickest way to get the ball forward? He's one touch. He's moving off the ball. He's great. He's, as I say, first time he can go past players, first time touch. I mean, we're talking about spending 50 million or more on a couple of players for this position. I'd really like perhaps to get a player for, say, 10 million just to fill in when Emil Smith can't play, because I think this kid is so good. We can't play him every game to the end of the season. But I don't know who we would play instead of him. I'd love him to get, say, 60, 70% of the rest of the season, because I think he's the real deal. I really do. He's got something about him. He plays on the turn. He collects the ball. He knows exactly where it's going before it comes to him. I mean, Bellerin going forward has played very well the last few games. And that's only because, I think, of the room that Smith-Rowe makes for him. He actually comes inside, pushes it out. He gives him when Bellerin gets the ball now, he's got someone to give it to. And he can move on and get it again. And he's everywhere, isn't he? He's on the right side, the left. What the thing I liked about him tonight, one particular little move, was when he received the ball, and I think Lacazette got it, pushed it back to him, and he turned one way, pushed it back to Lacazette, which was on the byline, and nearly scored. I mean, Lacazette, look how he's improved as well. I think that he's got more freedom now, Lacazette. He doesn't have to look for the ball like all the others do. He knows that if he's in the right place, he's going to get it. You know, just positives. It is like chalk and cheese over the last few weeks of what we've been seeing for the last year or so. So it's long may it continue, and hopefully he won't play all of them for the FA Cup next week. I don't think we can afford that.
Let me just stop you there, Melvin. There's a big echo. If you could get headphones or something, it would really help, because I'm getting an echo and I'm getting feedback from your camera.
You go on Twitter to connect to you, but that's not the case at the moment, is it? It's on my phone. I might put some headphones.
I'll send you the link on Twitter.
Would you mind doing that for me, please?
Yeah.
Egal, I was just gonna say about that. I think the difference is Willian. Oh my God, when Williams came on, honestly, bro, Cash, when this guy he needs to be arrested, bro. There is football criminal. I was watching him. I was thinking, this guy's not a professional football player. He cannot, bro. It was terrible. I have never seen such a. We'd rather have no one there. If we had no one there, it would do better performance. William was terrible, and I'm telling you, William was so bad that Emil Smith bro, looks so good because of it. And I really like him, but William, bro,
I think
William today, you
Aubameyang
guys
was worse
caught,
than William.
huh?
Aubameyang
But at
was
least
worse than William.
Aubameyang
Where's
has
Brandon go?
something. He has some credit in the bank. He has some credit. He can have bad performances. William has no credit. When you have credit, you can have bad performances. You can
He's
go
just
to the
come
bank and
in.
loan some money out.
He's just coming
This
in and
guy,
taking money. That's all he's doing. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I never want to see this guy again.
And with respect to Melvin's point, the thing is
Melvin,
when
can
you
you
have
hear us?
Yeah.
the thing is when you have only attacks coming through the wings, so your fullbacks have to do a lot more because you have only one outlet. Now the teams know that we can push from the center where Emil Smith Rowe comes in, and even the fullbacks. So now they have to deal with both the threats, and that is where they can get caught on either this side, like on the wings, or through the center. Another thing, Lacazette was playing as a cam most of the season at the start, so he had to fall deep and come and collect the ball. Now, when there is a person who can collect the ball and distribute it to him or to Aubameyang, their effort becomes less, their running becomes less, and their running is concentrated into the box. Aubameyang, unfortunately, is gone. I feel like he's in the bank with that 350k a week. I don't know where he is exactly, but if he can come back, now there is a creative midfielder, and the attackers will definitely get more of the ball in the right places, which is what has happened in the last 3 games.
1 second,
Can I
guys.
ask you a
Matish
question?
Matish said his piece.
Matish.
So how you said your piece, Melvin has said his piece. Let's get Kesh to say his piece. Kesh, what do you think about the performance, bro?
It was a great performance from the minute we kicked off. It just looked like we was going to be very dominant. Like there's just when you get that, you see the mood that the players are up or in. Like we're pushing players forward, we're getting numbers forward. We're having a shot. I think we had like 2 shots in the first 10 minutes or something like that. And like we've been starved of that for how many games now. So from that moment, and I see the impetus to attack, I just knew we were going to be in the game. I didn't expect it to be 4-0. My friend said it though. He said Arsenal's winning 4-0. He's a Man United supporter. I was like, nah. I was like, all the years I've watched Arsenal, when it comes to these weather conditions and that, we always shy away, bro. You know what I mean? So when it got to 3-0, he's like, I told you it's on. There's another one coming. Got the 4th, and I was like, mate, you was right in it. You know what I mean? But credit to like the likes of Saka, Smith Rowe, like ill end linking up, like it's a beauty, isn't it? Like we've been asking for this for quite a while. I understand we took quite a while to put Smith Rowe in the team and everything, but the moment he stepped in, you can see the difference he makes. I know we're playing with a lot more freedom at the moment, but I said it. It's not that we can't play with freedom. I just feel he didn't want to let the handbrake off. He felt the easiest thing to do is have everyone being disciplined and staying in their position. And obviously that wasn't working. So now Smith Rowe's come in now. He's allowed us to have that freedom and go on and show a bit more creative edge and let the players kind of like show their skills and everything. Laka looks a lot better now. And I still don't believe he's the future. I still believe we need to go and replace him in the summer. But you have to give credit where credit's due. He's getting the goals at the moment. And long may it continue because we're going to need those goals going through the end of the season.
True.
But I just wanted to ask one thing. If Lacazette continues to play the way he is and Aubameyang continues to play the way he is, I think Aubameyang will be a likely candidate to possibly be sold if they continue to play the way that they're playing, because he's not doing anything at all right now.
I do understand, but I don't see anyone going to come in and put Aubameyang on the money that he's on. So I think that's out the equation. I don't see anyone getting Aubameyang now.
Natesh, I want to ask you a question, Natesh, because I don't think I have an answer. I don't think when Aubameyang signed his contract, we all knew that Arteta, he prefers Lacazette's style of play.
That,
He 100% prefers it. So this is why I kind of get annoyed. Why would Arteta, because he is part of the team with Edu, why would they sign him on a new deal when they know he doesn't like Aubameyang? He doesn't like his style of play, because Aubameyang, one thing he can't do is hold the ball. He cannot hold the ball.
You know why they do that? You know why they do that? Because of our fan base. That's why they do that as well. Because they know how reactionary we are. We're gonna say, What are you guys doing? This is another Sanchez situation. Are you letting our best player from last season go? But me and Egal said it. Melvin was on the show as well on Sunny's TV. When me and Egal said we should let the likes of Aubameyang go and Saka and Lacazette go because we're now in a stage where we're going to need a rebuild, and I don't see the point of us keeping these two players on. You only keep,
Melvin, you
hold
remember
on.
when we said
like-
that, people were saying we're crazy.
A player like Aubameyang, you keep him on if you're going to build a team that's going to challenge immediately, where you're going to supply him a gulf of chances. That's what you do. I did not see the reason to keep Aubameyang, and I knew Lacazette's running his deal down, and I thought it's best to sell him now to get the best value. So it's just another case of Arsenal just doing mismanagement and not actually thinking about their decisions properly.
It's true what you say. Sorry, first of all, hello everybody. I didn't say hello. I do apologise. Good evening. It's true what you say, but I think where we've made the mistake with these negotiations with our players, we pay the players a tip-top money for not what they've done for. We should have paid them not for what they've done for us, what we think they might do for us. We keep paying the players for what they've done previously for us. That's not the way to do it. You've got to think like draw a line. Your contract comes to an end. We've got to give you more money. What are you going to do for us? And if what you're going to do for us is less of what you've done for us, then don't give them more money. Perhaps give them the same because they ain't going to accept less, but do not give them more because it doesn't make sense in the real world. And we've done that a few times with a few players.
Yeah, totally agree with you.
But I still just want to add one thing to Sohail's question. With Aubameyang, I know he's not firing at the moment. Yes, there is still an opportunity that if he can regain some of his form, he does come back into the team regularly. The problem is Eddie has failed to impress. Balogun is a prospect, but can you put all the weight of the world on Balogun's shoulders? We don't know yet. He's not come into the Premier League. He's not played regular football in the Premier League. Yes, he's transitioning from the Europa League maybe to the FA Cup team this week and then into the Premier League. So we don't have that striker apart from a Lacazette. If you want to buy a striker, then you need to have money. Does Arsenal go out and spend money on strikers? They didn't do it in the summer.
Obviously, you can't do it now. You're going to have to do it in the summer, but we should have done it last summer. We had the summer to do it. Obviously, that opportunity is past now.
Now, can I want to answer Natash's question. It's not about Arsenal. I think the biggest problem with Arsenal's past and now is always we mismanage. And that's why I'm telling you, Egal and Cash, I don't trust these owners or Edu to do anything right because there's no evidence of it. Yes. And if there's evidence of it, we will be in a better position right now. We keep doing it. There's a trend. The trend is always we buy players at the last minute. We give contracts at the last minute. We don't re-sign our players at the right time. We give contracts out at the wrong times. We sell players that we actually need maybe. Or we always do the wrong thing. That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. That this summer and this January, I don't trust these guys. And if we were to buy, just say, what's the Norwich cam? I forgot his name. Bundia. Just for example, we buy Bundia. He's a good player, but for some reason we'll buy him, and every single thing will go wrong just because we're Arsenal.
No, but the thing about Bundia that I like in comparison to an Isco or the other type of like Julian Brandt is Bundia is a player that seems like he wants to grow and improve as a player. He has the work ethic of signings that we've been making before. Everyone here knows the signings that we've been making in the past are we go to Real Madrid, give us your outcast. We go to Barcelona, give us your outcast. Now, since Alexis Sanchez, this is the first person I feel like that we're going to go sign that has the work ethic to improve, the work ethic to try to become a better player, the work ethic to try to be a higher tier than what he is right now. If we sign Isco, he is what he is. If we sign Julian Brandt, he is what he is. If we sign Bundia, he's somebody who can improve and grow into a better player.
Egal, can I answer? My problem is every time we sign a Bundia, we will sign a Willian. Like this summer. This summer we literally bought Gabriel. We signed Gabriel and then we signed Willian. Why the hell would you sign Willian? I know he had 9. At least give him a year contract. We all said it. Give him a year contract. Let him prove himself, or let him at least play it out when we need. We do need more experienced players, and we do need some help. But why the hell would you give him a 3-year deal?
The
Again,
reason is, sorry to interrupt, the reason we gave him a 3-year deal perhaps was because he could have got a 2-year deal for Chelsea. So I think with a 1-year deal, you wouldn't have got him. Might have been a good thing not to get him. That's another question.
at all. Or if he's not going to accept a 1-year deal, you say, you know where the door is. Bye-bye.
And
Simple.
That's where Arsenal
We
need to
did the
start
cheapest
showing,
way.
They need to start showing there's no ruthlessness in any decision we make. There's no showing that we are in command of what happens there. Like, we're gonna make our demands, and if you're not happy with that, then you can go sling your hook. We don't want you. That's what we need to start doing.
But I disagree on just one point on the Willian part, because see, we always say as Arsenal fans, why do we get players from other leagues when we can get Premier League proven players? And they had the option between Coutinho and Willian, 9 million for 1 year for Coutinho. They have gone for the cheaper option and the Premier League proven one.
See,
it's not worked out. It's not worked out. I'm not denying that.
But that's not the thing that he's saying though. There's nothing wrong. There's other Premier League options they could have gone for.
No, the problem is, if we got Coutinho for a year, no one will complain if he flopped. We'll be like, all right, bye-bye, next year.
Show another day. Let's try to bring it back to the game, okay? So we're gonna bring it back to the game. We're gonna go through the player ratings. We're gonna go through the players and the performances. But before we do that, I just want to show you guys something. Do you guys know in the last 3 games we've created 67 chances? Do you know that?
That's what you get when you play a number 10, isn't it?
And you know how many shots we had today?
12.
We had
the most
21 shots.
12 on target though, the most is Wenger.
12 on target. Wow. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Now, before we get into anything else, I just want to start zipped out. Give us your take on the game. What you think about the game before we go any deeper into the team sheets.
For sure. What a positive showing from the team. We've been so disappointed for so long the past couple months, and we finally are seeing some beautiful football. The reason that I've always loved this club is because they have games like they had today. We saw Smith Rowe's brilliance. We saw Saka once again, best player in the club. And while I am on the fence about Arteta still, I really like what I've seen the past couple of weeks, and he's making the right decisions on the squad. And keep it coming, keep the wins coming. And I'll hold my breath.
Okay, so just before I bring everyone back into it, we were just talking about transfers and stuff. So we're going to move on from that, everybody. We're going to now go on to the team. And first person we're going to discuss, guys, is obviously Bernd Leno. Can I tell you guys something about Bernd Leno? He has the most away from home clean sheets this season in the Premier League so far.
And also, apart from one, though, there's also someone else. Who's that?
Martinez.
Exactly, Martinez.
No, away from home. Away from home.
Martinez away from home.
He has more than Martinez away from home.
Yeah, does he? Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was the same. I thought it was 5. Both on 5, I thought.
No, Martinez has more clean sheets in total, I think. Right?
Oh, right.
Anyways, Leno, today opening minutes, he had to save us. He had a big save to make. I feel like he didn't have too much to do this game. And in the snow, he wasn't really tested. There was a goal he conceded, which was offside. All around, I'll give him a 7. What do you guys think?
You could have been drinking a cup of tea for half the game. He had nothing to do, so I'll give him a 7 as well. He had nothing to do half the game. But he did a good save, though, in the beginning.
I got to agree with that 7, about right for him today.
Wait, hold on. Was that Saka's 3rd man of the match in a row?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it should have gone.
What a player. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. These have been great games.
Saka's not my man of the match today.
Yeah, but he got it.
Yeah, but
I know but he's not mine. But
how
anyway,
did they decide it? I don't even understand sometimes.
So, are we giving him a 7 or a 6, guys? I'm giving him a 7.
Yeah, 7.
Melvin?
Yeah, 7. I'm happy with that 7. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now Hector Bellerin got subbed off in 54th minute mark. Didn't really put a foot wrong, in my opinion. Played well. Got a silly booking. And then, what do you guys think? I'll give it to Brendan because Brendan doesn't like him.
Yeah, to be fair, he didn't have that much to do. Although whenever West Brom did attack us, it was from his side. He again got caught out of position a couple of times, but apart from that, no, he did all right today. I'll give him that. He did all right today.
So what's your rating?
6 or 7, one or the other.
Okay. Wait.
No,
What
he's
the
not
hell is
playing.
Cedric doing?
He's not
Cedric,
playing.
get off there. Kieran Tierney. I'll give Kieran Tierney I'll give it to two people. I'll give it to first Kesh, and then I'll throw it to Melvin after. So Kieran Tierney, what do you guys think about Kieran Tierney?
Iceman Tierney. Listen, that guy, he just set the pace for the whole game, man. Like, that goal is probably one of the best goals I've seen from Arsenal player in a very long while. Honestly, like, just the sheer arrogance here to beat the man. Like, he beat him 3 times. That's what you call bullying. He bullied him, and then the cheek to actually go and take it with his right foot. Come on, man. Honestly, I've got to give him a 10. Not a 10, sorry, a 9. I've got to give him a 9. Have to.
Okay, Melvin.
Well, yeah, what a great performance all round. We normally he's an 8 every game, this guy, but today I want to give him a 9. But I think it's rather unfair that he gets such a high mark, really, because he's used to the snow, isn't he? So he had an advantage. No, he's brilliant. Absolutely, I just love everything about him. He's Arsenal through and through. Though he come from Celtic, it's like he's been playing for us for 20 years. He's got that stature about him. He gives 100% every game, even if he doesn't play that well, which he does in most games. He's just fantastic.
He reminds me of
for him to go forward. Sorry?
He reminds me of Ray Pollock. Just consistent.
He's very consistent. He just gives it every. He's inconsistent this week because he gets a 9 instead of an 8, but normally he's an 8. And he's. I wouldn't mind 10 of those in the team.
And I'll just add one thing. I think the snow also helped his case with respect to that goal, because rather than passing it around, he held on to it, he carried it forward, and then he just finished it off. If it would have been maybe a normal, like a sunny day kind of thing, maybe he would have just passed it into the box, hoping for a striker to get on the end of it. But because of the snow, they were not passing that much at times.
Rob Holding. I'll give that to you, Nitish. What do you think about Rob Holding?
He got an assist. One of my friends is very happy he had him in his FPL team. I would give him a 6. A good, decent game. But defensively, I think none of the defenders had to do that much. So, but for that assist, yes, I would give him a 6.
Just to let you know, it didn't technically count as an actual assist. It's an FPL assist, but not a real assist.
Which goal was that?
I think the Tierney goal, he played it from the back.
Tierney, over the top.
Tierney goal doesn't count as an.
The second one.
It does.
It does count. The third
It
one.
does.
The fourth one, sorry. It does count.
No. It was the third goal. That doesn't count as an assist.
No, the third goal don't count as assist, no.
Yeah. But the Rob Holding one, yeah, that counts as an assist. That's surprising. So he does get an assist, and you gave him a?
I gave him a 6.
Okay. To me, Pablo Mari was the better center back. I'm going to give this to Sahal. Sahal, what do you think about Pablo Mari?
Bro, like, this guy's been impressing me. He's been proving me wrong. He's been our best defender, and he's been our best defender lately. So if we're gonna give Bernardo a 7, I know he didn't do much, but I want to give him a 7 because he's been really impressing me, and I want to see him more. I want to see him in the not the FA Cup game, but the next league game. He needs to start over Gabriel, because he deserves it. We need to do it out of merit, and he deserves to start the next game, Premier League game.
Over Gabriel?
Yeah, 100%.
That's a big call.
No, he definitely, because Gabby, I don't know if he can play on the right. He likes Arteta likes someone that can play, has a left foot and the right foot on those kind of sides. That's what he likes. So I would prefer that Arteta would start Pablo Mari in the next Premier League game. Gabby can come in the FA Cup game probably. I'm not sure if his red card is still, or is he still isolating? I believe he's still isolating anyways.
He'll be back, I think.
Is he back? Okay,
Yeah.
then I just want Pablo Mari to start the next Premier League game, because it has to be, our team has to be merit, and his merit we haven't lost since he started.
Definitely.
Since he came in, we haven't lost. We haven't even looked back bad defensively either. So you can't fault him.
Yeah.
Can't you play both of them?
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm not
that
sure, but he doesn't like it. Arteta doesn't like it. That's the thing. Arteta does. Actually, he did play David Luiz and Gabby for a bit, but then he stopped doing it.
No, but David Luiz is right-footed.
Is he not left-footed?
No, he's
Yeah,
both right.
he's two-footed.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was left-footed.
No.
Then
And
that's
in
probably
one of
why.
the games we played, it might be his first game or his second game. We actually played with I think a back three, and Gabriel was in the centre.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So what do you give him?
A 7, definitely. Same as Bern Leno.
Danny Ceballos. I'm gonna give this to Zipped Out. Zipped Out, talk to me about Danny Ceballos.
I
spin
thought
master.
Danny. Yeah, I thought that he had a decent game. I couldn't tell you really. I couldn't see if he made any long passes that set up important plays. Like he wasn't really someone that I saw when the great offensive plays were happening throughout the game, but he was involved in the build-up. So I'd give him like a 5 or a 6 because we also seem pretty defensively stable. I would just say I didn't see anything that jumped off the screen, but he seemed to do a good job linking play.
This is where I completely have to overrule you. I thought Danny Ceballos played quite well. He was very integral to a lot of our play. He kept the ball ticking over. He did a lot more than you guys might have. I thought he did a lot more than what you just said. I felt like he was integral in moving the ball forward from the midfield. He was keeping the ball ticking in the midfield. In addition to that, he was actually playing defensive and winning the ball back at times. He did not do anything wrong today. He did his job well in a midfield that helped us win 4-0. I think whatever you give him, it has to be at least a 6.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I think a 6 is fair.
But I thought
but
he
there
was
was,
better than that.
yeah, he was good, but there was no midfield challenge for him or Zaka.
Yeah.
None of them were tested.
Yeah.
None of them, man. The spin master.
And even
He was the better
without
midfield though. He
even
gets a
without
7 for me.
even without any challenge in midfield, Xhaka still managed to make mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave away a chance. It was him that actually gave away the ball and led to the shot.
Yeah.
As far as the center back pairing, I think Holding and Marie look pretty good together. They're both pretty calm and composed. There were a couple of times where the distribution was a little bit shaky though, and like Holding just passes it directly out of bounds, and like Mari made some sketchy passes. So I'd say they should also work on their distribution, but they seem to be a good pair.
Okay. So next, I'm gonna give this to Brandon. Brandon, take it away.
God help us.
Like the lads just said, he had all, granted Xhaka, a lot of people say that he needs more time and that's why he struggles in the Premier League, but he had all the time in the world today and he was still making mistakes. So for me, I don't know. It's hard to tell really. Probably a 5, maybe a 6. I don't know. Pretty average. Didn't really notice him throughout the game, to be honest with you. But again, that's probably because West Brom didn't really put much of a fight, to be fair.
Okay. Next, I'm gonna give this to Kesh. We're gonna move up into the upper echelons, and I don't know if I should give you the guy that you want or the guy that you might not want. You know what?
Give me the guy I
Kesh?
want, man. I deserve it. Give me the guy I want.
Okay, I'm gonna give you Saka.
What
I can I just do this, please? Saka. Not influence you at all, Kesh. Not influence you at all.
Bow down to the king, innit? Bow to the king. Listen, this kid, man, come on. Like, he is someone that he's an inspiration. Like, you should, Pepe and the likes of Williams should be looking at this guy and thinking, I want to be like him. Honestly, he's a 19-year-old and he's carrying the mantle of Arsenal Football Club on his shoulders, which honestly, I don't feel that's the environment we should be creating for him. But you've got to applaud him for taking it on. Like, a lot of youngsters would shy away from that. You've seen him now on the right-hand side, and honestly, he looks like a different beast over on that side. I don't even want to see him on the left side anymore, honestly. And what I like about him, he's starting to get that arrogance about him now. Like, he's starting to think, like, he's starting to think that's my name on the back of my shirt. I've got ability. You can see the way he's demanding the ball. You can see the way he's squaring players up, and he believes every time he gets the ball, he believes he can make something happen. So even when we was playing and we was having a bad run of form, you can still see him impacting games, and that's what I call a good player. When you're not even creating anything, but you see the way you're drawing opposition out of position and things like that. That's what I call a good player. And long may it continue. Honestly, the guy, I've got to give him a 9 as well, man. I can't decide between him and Tierney. I'll give him a 9. Any one of them could have got it.
And I think Martinelli's return has also boosted his confidence and energy, because since Martinelli has come back, he feels there is someone who can link with him and connect with him really well. And I saw that difference in the first game that Martinelli came back. Saka looked energized. He had been rested for one game before that as well. And I feel that it is the confidence that they used to have. If you remember last season as well, when they were both playing together.
On the same side,
So yeah, so there is something that connection also brings, and now Emil Smith Rowe as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that is also helping him.
You know what is quite amazing with this kid? He can play. When he first played on the right hand side against Manchester City, I don't know if it was last year or whenever it was.
Yeah.
He didn't. He looked like a fish out of water. But he's such a quick learner. This kid. He just learns his position. He learns his role. He can adapt to any position. And now we haven't got a problem on the right. A couple of weeks ago, was it Willian? Was it Pepe? All our attacks were from the left-hand side.
Yeah.
We didn't have a team against us. Didn't have to be that clever to defend against us. Don't worry about the right-hand side or the middle, like you said. Just the left-hand side. Now they've got two sides to worry about. And also with Emerald Rowe, they've got to worry about the middle as well. So now we attack from everywhere, which is so fantastic. Now this kid, I mean, now that's I hope that position is his own now. Yeah. Because he'll only get better in that position.
You know what, as well, at the start of the game, I saw people saying, Saka should be getting rest as well as Martinelli. I was like, bro, we can't afford to rest both of them. Do you trust the Brazilian pensioner and the freestyler who come and play? I don't trust them.
Not both. You're right. Can't do both. You're right.
Egal, I have a request, bro. Can I do Aubameyang?
Yeah.
I need a special request.
Next, I'm gonna give Melvin and Zipdao Emil Smith Rowe, because I feel like you guys are gonna be going all day on Emil Smith Rowe. I'm gonna do Lacazette.
Well, where'd you start? I mean, this, we knew about him. We saw a little bit of him at Huddersfield. We've seen a little bit of him in Europe and the League Cup over the last year or so. And the question marks because of his youth, obviously, because of his injury problems he's had. Never quite got a good run. But they toughened him up at Huddersfield. He plays like played like for us in the first team for years. He's made the biggest difference to our squad over the last few weeks. He's like the icing on the cake. Yes, Saka's been fantastic, and really, he's been carrying the team for the last year or so. Martinelli, when he came back, just put our hope and our confidence through the roof, and he's just added to it. The three of them together have really put us on another level. We were looking down, now we're looking up. We're looking at the teams above us now, not the teams below us, and it just really is a great feeling. And his movement, like I said, his first touch, his awareness of where everybody is. He makes room for himself. You can tell a class player when they get the ball, there's no one near them. Why is that? They're streets ahead of everybody else. His thought pattern's very good. His touch is very good. He can go in hard. He can tackle back. I mean, this kid's got it all. He has got room to improve. All players have, especially at that age. But I think we will see it as well. And you've got to remember, this is only the first couple of games he's played in the first team. Normally, whoever the youngster is, they might have one good game, then they drop off. This guy keeps going from strength to strength. And I hope they save him against Newcastle in the Cup. We'd love to win the Cup. Who wouldn't? But we've got to be very careful with our youngsters. And hopefully he has a rest against Newcastle and ready for the next game. Who are we playing in the league next?
One second.
Crystal Palace.
I just want to bring Cam in. I didn't realize, Cam, you're in. You're too quiet. Talk to us about the game, bro. What do you think?
My bad, man. I came in late, man. That's why. Well, what you
Talk to me
saying,
about the
man?
game,
No,
bro.
I agree
floor
with
is yours.
everything you said, man. I mean, me personally, I'll give man of the match probably to Tierney. Just. But because that's just my guy right there, man. But Saka, he played a blinder. Aubameyang, he doesn't deserve more than a 6.
We're
And
gonna get to
Lacazette,
that.
I know. I'm not really. I'm just, basically just going on what the games are. I'm gonna let everyone else do the rating.
Okay, true. Zipped out. You know what? I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you, what do you call it, Emma Smith Rowe again. Tell us what you thought about Emma Smith Rowe, because I said you and Melvin were gonna do Emma Smith Rowe. Can you hear me? Zipped?
I would give Smith Rowe an 8. I would say, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are we good? Okay. I would give Smith Rowe an 8. I think he had an excellent game. He adds so much to the team when he's playing. He clearly has been playing with Saka for years. They understand each other, have great combination play, linking up with Lacazette really well. He's just exactly what we've been missing, and I can't wait to see him continue to grow with this team. He's an amazing young player.
Okay.
I'm incredibly happy. Pretty much 8 out of 10 minimum.
Okay. Brendan's back. 1 second. Let me just add him back in. Brendan, what's keep going on with your internet today?
No, I pressed the wrong button. That's my fault.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give Sahal Aubameyang, but after Sahal goes, Cam, I know you probably want to speak about Aubameyang. So, guys, take it away. Aubameyang, our highest paid player on the pitch. And guess what? The lowest paid players on the pitch perform better than him.
Obama who? Obama what? Obama won. He's getting a 1. He wasn't there. This is the levels of Paul George pandemic. It was pandemic. Today it was terrible. He doesn't offer us nothing when he doesn't score. And on the left we need something. We need something on that left hand side. If he's not scoring goals, he needs to be dropped. Simple. Play him in the cup games. Play in Europa League. Get his confidence back up. There is no way he can't play on the left. He just can't. He keeps, and I know Atata's telling him he's keep drifting in the striker area. I know that's the thing he does. But if he ain't scoring the goals, what's the point? What's the point? You rather stay out wide, but he doesn't offer anything out wide.
You do know he scored over 30. You do know he scored over 30 goals from the left-hand side over the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, but I know, but I'm talking about this season, not last season. I know he scored plenty of goals on the left. I'm talking about this season. I know he's been scoring goals, but we've not been really creating any. I'm just talking about this season in general. He hasn't really scored goals. He hasn't got off the mark. He can play on the left. He can do it, but he prefers to play down the middle. That's what he prefers. He likes to play behind a stroll of a defender. That's what he always used to drift in the striker area when we was playing out wide as well. When we were playing on the left, when he was carrying our team, he used to do all the time. It's not like this is he stopped doing it, or he's still doing the same things he did from last year. But the difference is he ain't scoring, and when he's not scoring, he's not providing anything else, and that's the problem.
I have a question. Kesh
One second. Before you get onto any questions, I want to get Cam to say his piece. Cam, talk to us. Aubameyang.
What have I been saying about this guy?
You've been calling him a fraud. You've been calling him.
No, that's Lacazette.
Okay, overrated.
Aubameyang is overrated. If there's no creativity on the pitch, there's no point in him playing.
Mm-hmm. But I think that just applies.
There's been creativity on the pitch the last few games. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. I think that just. I think he's in a bad running form right now. He is, but I think that just applies. As I keep saying.
Yeah. Go on, Kesh. Sorry. Go on.
I keep saying Aubameyang shouldn't have got a new deal. Aubameyang should have been. He would have been better off going to a Chelsea or a Liverpool, for instance. He was actually in the moment where they're winning. Him just being here right now, he's had a poor start to the season. He's still in that phase where he's not scoring. I'm sure he will get some goals come to the end of the season. He'll get some goals, but he's not at the right team anymore. Like, we missed that shot, but we got him for his best years, and all we've won is the FA Cup. So, like, he should have moved on.
I agree. I mean, since he's got that deal, it's like he doesn't really care anymore. It's like he's got his retirement deal. So, all right, cool. Retirement. There you go. 375 a week. 3 years.
Literally.
Deal for me. I don't really care anymore. That's what it seems like. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it seems like.
Yeah, I get it.
That's what I'm saying. We need to drop him though. That's what I'm saying. Why is he still playing right now? Like, I'm not saying, I know we got nothing on the left to replace him right now, but he has to be dropped, guys, because this shows this performance is acceptable. Even if this was Bellerin or Saka doing it, I would say the same thing about any player in this team. If they played as bad as Aubameyang, I got no agenda against him. Like, he's our best. He was our best. He's probably our best player, and he was our best player definitely for the last 2 seasons. But he has to be dropped if he does play him. Maybe play him in a cup game, because I literally don't want to see him in the league. Let him start on the bench. Lacazette is scoring goals. Emma Smith-Rowe's doing well. Saka's doing well. I don't know who's gonna play on the left, but honestly, I'd rather see anyone.
Let me talk about Lacazette. Let me talk about Lacazette, guys. 1 second. Let's just move away from Aubameyang for 1 second, and let me just talk about Lacazette. Lacazette gets a lot of criticism, and a lot of people are quick to bring down Lacazette because he doesn't bang goals. He misses sitters. He does this. He does that. You know what? When the man gets 5 goals in 4 games, I don't hear anybody praising him. So I'm going to be the first to praise him. I'm going to say, you know what? You did your job. You've been doing your job well the past 4 games. Big up to you. Hopefully it continues. Right now, he's our top goal scorer. He has more goals than anybody else in an Arsenal shirt this season in the past 4 games than in comparison to everybody else. Eddie Nketiah is the closest person next to him with 5 goals all season. This man has 5 goals in the last 4 games. As much as we disrespect him, guys, every single one of us here has probably made fun of him at one point. We got to give him credit.
Egal. Personally, I never made fun of Lacazette, because Lacazette is different to Lacazette. He brings something to the team. He works hard. He brings the ball up. He holds the ball up. He does things that you can say, yo, he brings this to the team. Lacazette, Aubameyang, you can't say that about.
Yeah, I agree.
You cannot say that about Aubameyang. There's no way you can say that, bro. Lacazette, there's one thing thinks he can do.
Like, obviously with Aubameyang, if he's not scoring, he's not involved in the game. You see it. Like, he's over that left-hand side, and he's cold out there. He's shivering. He's not getting on the ball. He's not doing anything to impact the game. Lacazette, on the other hand, yes, he's not scoring, but what you will see is he'll be trying to get his link-up play, link people, get the ball moving, protect it and everything. Like, he'll do that. I don't agree that's good enough, but at least he's in the game. You know what I mean? At least he's in the game. At least he's trying. At least he's getting on the ball. At the end of the day, it's football. You should be getting touches on the ball. So he's doing what he's doing there. But at the same time, as I said, for this season, we need his goals right now. But I don't agree that Lacazette is our future.
Yeah, I think the only thing I see now is if he carries on the scoring form, we can get his market value to go up a little. And maybe get a little extra money for him.
He scored at the start of the season 3 goals in 3 games and then was dropped, even though he missed a couple of chances against Liverpool. He's now come back again. He has 5 goals in 4 games. So I think in between, again, he was dropped to the bench for 1 game. And I think now if Arteta doesn't play him regularly, his form could again go down after a few games. So I think it is time that he becomes the first choice striker. His link-up play with today with Emil Smith-Rowe and the other guys was also very good. So I think it is the time that he is the first choice in the league.
But the thing is, I understand what you're saying. Even though he scored in those 3 games at the start of the season, he was performing poor though. I don't look at games and think just because he scored, you deserve to be in the game, because what else was he doing in those games? He was quiet. He was actually, at the start of those games, he was actually playing like Aubameyang is. He wasn't getting involved in the game. Now, what he's doing is he's linking up better. His link-up play has improved dramatically over the last few months. So, credit is due. But
in those games, he was in midfield. He was most of the time spending in midfield, and Aubameyang was trying to make play in the boxes.
I understand that, but at the same time, he still wasn't getting on the ball. We're making excuses for him because he's playing in midfield, but Aubameyang's playing out wide. It's the same thing. What he's done now is he's doing a lot more. He's bringing a lot more to the team. So, as I say, credit where credit's due. But at the same time, whatever he's doing now, maybe it's credit for getting a bit more desire to actually go and do more and get more goals. So
Cam disappeared.
Yeah.
What I
Actually,
think,
Gone.
what I think about this guy, I've been one of his biggest critics, but this is a different Lacazette to what we've seen the last few months. Totally different. If you notice tonight, he didn't give away one foul. What he was doing in previous games was giving away so many stupid fouls. He's not a midfielder. He's not a defender. He's a forward. Don't keep giving away stupid fouls. That's number one. Number two, when he gets the ball now, he's facing the right way because he's got players around him that understand how to play through teams. That's number two.
Yeah.
Number three, he's alive now. He's a completely different player to what I criticised a couple of months ago. He should be the first number 9 on this to be chosen because he's doing it. Not just the way he's scoring goals, the way he's linking up, and he's not linking up by sticking his backside into somebody and holding up the ball and wait to get chopped. He's actually getting the ball, holding it and flicking it around corners, putting it to the side, taking one touch instead of 12. Because he doesn't need to take 12 touches because after the first touch, he's got people around him screaming for the ball. So this is completely different Lacazette, and long may it continue.
Brandon, Brandon's had his hand up for a while.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, Lacazette was my man of the match today. Everything
Really
that he
good
did was absolutely spot on. Like you just said, the way he linked up play. He was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. He wasn't just up front. He was coming back, dropping in the middle, linking up play there, tackling as well. Not just his 2 goals as well, but yeah, no, he was excellent today for me. And I think just so I know it means Bukayo Saka doesn't get man of the match three weeks in a row. But if we had to give it to somebody else today, for me, it would be Lacazette.
Let me
But
ask
what a
Cam
great
Cam
position
something.
we're in. We've got 3 or 4 players that could have been
Cam,
match of the day.
Who was your man of the match? Kieran
Man of the
Tierney.
match.
Tierney, man.
Tierney, Lacazette,
Future
Saka.
captain, my future club and country
Brom.
captain.
Okay, Samuel, who's your man of the match?
It has to be Bukayo Saka because this guy is just a pleasure to the eye when you see Bukayo Saka play. So again, 3rd week in a row, he's earned it again. Bukayo Saka.
Cash,
Mm-hmm.
who's your captain?
For me, it's got to be Tierney, man. It has to be just the way he set the pace for that game. That goal alone.
Your man of the match or your captain?
No, both. He's both. He's both, man.
Okay,
You can tell he's a leader. You can tell by his interviews and that, man. The guy don't make excuses. He says it how it is. He says, "Listen, this is us. We as players need to change this. We can't keep looking at the manager and blaming the manager." And that for me is how I play football, isn't it? I look at my own performances and the people around me. Take responsibility.
Brandon, yours was?
Lacazette.
Okay, so
Third man of the match
so that-
today.
I'll put that finger up for Lacazette. Don't worry, Cam. Then you got then you got what do you call it? Sahal. Who's your man of the match?
I love Tierney, but there's something. Every time I see Tierney, that the meme where he's turned old and he kind of looks like Wenger. Every time it comes in my head, every time I see him, that
Answer
thing
the
comes in my
question,
head.
bro.
But the man of the match, I just want to be different. Pablo Murray gets the man of the match. Pablo Murray, get you man of the match.
Okay, Nitish.
Fair enough.
Nitish,
Man of the match, Tierney. Captain, I know if Aubameyang is dropped, it's going to be Lacazette.
So who's man of the match?
Tierney.
Oh,
look at what these
Tierney
Chelsea
wins.
fans did. Look at what these Chelsea fans did.
disgusting.
Disgusting.
Oh
They'd love
my
it.
god.
Filthy.
They would love to have Bukayo Saka right now. They are dead. I can't wait to start.
You should show that to Jem and them. They'll love it.
Oh my god, we're gonna catch them up, Oh, it's
Okay,
gonna be banter.
and final person, Melvin, decider. Kieran Tierney's clear anyways by 2. Well, who's your man of the match?
I thought Saka was brilliant. They're all four brilliant players. I thought he just topped it. You're good at stats. I'd like
I'm
to
giving
know
mine to
how many,
Saka. So Saka's a tie with Tierney.
on stats, kid. I'd like to know how many people he beat with the ball. Saka. He went round so many people today. He must have some record today in the 64 minutes he was on. He made he just walked through so many tackles. It was lovely. If you've ever got that, if you could work that out, let us know, please.
I'll give the tiebreaker to Tierney. Let's be honest, guys. Saka was amazing, but Tierney got a goal and an assist, and he opened the game for us. He opened the game that looked like we were struggling to score the first goal. He opened up the night for us. He made it easier for us, and he led by example. And today he was in his element, and I loved it. But yeah, big up to everybody watching. Big up to everybody. You already know Samuel and Kesh are always regulars. They're always around. Check them out on Twitter. You already know their socials. You got Melvin on always on Mr. Arsenal TV doing the watch alongs there. Go check him out there. And Melvin's my guy. Thanks for coming on, bro. Debut.
No, thanks for inviting me.
Brandon AFC TV. And then you got my guy Cam. Cam, shout out what you're doing, bro.
So obviously we just started up a new one on Sarcasm City TV called The Gunners Talk. Every Monday night at around 9, unless Arsenal are playing, and then it will see straight after the game. But yeah, Cam ODS, Sarcasm City, The Gunners Talk every Monday at 9. If you want to find me anywhere on social media, well, my Instagram is Cam ODS, and my Twitter is CamZ with 3 Ys 24. And that's been on Twitter since like 2011.
We got Sahal here who said earlier we could win the league. I hope he's joking.
Oh, I hope you're joking.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking, man. We ain't winning no league.
I told you.
Wait, actually, Egal, we won the league, though. Egal, we won the league. The Christmas league. We won the Christmas league. Egal, yo, we won the Christmas league. We won the Christmas league. It's over. We won the Christmas league. It's over, bro. 3 games. Egal, where's the trophy celebration? Come on, man. We need a trophy right now.
I want that gold trophy. But
guys, don't forget.
Wrap it in the present.
Check out Stephen Fleetley's channel. Big up to Stephen Fleetley doing his thing on his channel, doing the fundraisers and Arsenal F1 and awareness for children with liver disease. Go check him out. That's my guy.
Yeah, good cause, man.
And then also Natish, Beyond the Post. Beyond the Post, he's got his own channel also, so check out Beyond the Post. All us Gooners, we got to stick together. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you're Arteta in, it doesn't matter if you're Arteta out, it doesn't matter anything. We all back Arsenal. And us winning 2-3 games on the bounce, I love to see it, and hopefully it continues. Right?
Gonna win a league.
Yeah, I win the league.